They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine. Are you looking for some holiday fun? This year, start a new tradition. Make the Nebraska Christmas Lights Show experience an annual event for your family and a cherished memory to look forward to every year. From Black Friday to January 3rd, buckle up and tune into the rhythm of the lights and let the magic of Christmas take over with the show. Now located at Star City Shores, just off of 27th and Highway 2. Buy your tickets for just $20 or $25 per car today at NebraskaChristmasLightShow.com. At Fairway Meat Market, you're family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Thanksgiving is near, and Fairway is now taking orders for fresh turkeys, holiday hams, prime ribs, holiday trays, and more. Save yourself the stress of waiting until the last minute and order ahead this year for your holiday meals at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com. Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
This is your High School Minute.
With your Southeast Community College High School Minute, I'm Harrison Arns. Switching over to football on Friday, November 3rd in Class A, number 6 Lincoln East would fall to number 3 Elkhorn South 24-19. In Class B, number 9 Norris lost to number 1 Bennington in a close one, 23-20. And number 2 Waverly would advance to the semifinals after dominating in a win over Hastings 45-21. Switching to volleyball, here are your 2023 state champions. In Class A, Lincoln Southwest won in their championship game over Papillion La Vista. In Class B, Omaha Scott will continue their dominance in recent history, winning over Norris in 3 sets. In Class C1, Minden won over Kearney Catholic in 5. And in Class C2, Lincoln Lutheran won over Clarkson Lay for its 3rd straight championship. This has been your Southeast Community College High School Minute. Learn more today at southeast.edu with locations in Lincoln, Beatrice, and Milford.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
We've got a playoff rematch coming up this Friday at the Icebox as the Lincoln Stars face off against the Des Moines Buccaneers. It's the Buccaneers' first visit to the capital city since being swept in the first round of the Clark Cup playoffs last April. Don't miss out on an exciting Friday night of Stars hockey. Purchase your tickets today by heading to LincolnStars.com.
This is Jeff Essing, owner of Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping and host of Fitness Fanatics. Over the years, we've helped countless of people gain strength, lose fat, build confidence, and change their lives. And it all starts with the Farrell's 10-week challenge. Now is the best time to enroll during the Black Friday sale. You can join the January 10-week challenge for half price. That's 10 weeks of kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching for 50% off. Head to theticketfm.com and click on the banner on the homepage to enroll today. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill and 70th and Vine.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Oh, buckle up, boys and girls. Buckle up. Oh, there's no Foreman in the room, so when that happens on Old School, Austin and I go down these weird, absolutely ridiculous rabbit holes, and so that's what today's going to be.
How are we topping Harry Wilson?
Well, we topped it with Bud Grant.
True.
You know, like
How are we topping Bud Grant?
Like, yeah. So here's the thing. I try to be curious, right, and follow natural curiosity, which occupies 23.59 parts of my day, hours of my day. Like literally, you know, it's just look,
here's
distraction. Look, puppy. full disclosure. That's what it is. So we're gonna bounce around every topic that we can possibly get to in the course of 2 hours, and then hand it over and get out of here, and then come back tomorrow and load you up for, you know, win number 6. You know, that's what, you know, strive for 6. This is
Let's get win number 5 and win number 6 tomorrow.
Yeah.
How about that?
You know, like, you know, it's going to be a long day with hoops, and there's soccer tonight at Hibner. And so we'll talk a little bit about that. But Austin, before we get into all that, let them know about the Mercado.
Gladly. Certified Piedmontese, as Jay says, every type of meat and every type of cut. 2 Lincoln locations for you. First one is 84th and Havelock, Northeast Lincoln, and then South Lincoln has one as well. They're in on the party now, 30th and Yankee Hill. 2 great places to get all your protein needs, have some sides, some pre-prepared meals. And you talk up the dessert. I had a couple of their cookies that I would highly recommend. Still waiting on people to bring the gelato in.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought our listeners liked this.
Apparently we thought.
I thought like they were down for the cause, you know, and we're easy to get to now. Like, oh, it's right there. And you got several locations that you can go through and just, you know, roll up. Like, and you can't be wrong in whatever gelato you pick.
No.
Like, we're not going to complain. We're going to give you hugs and, you know, probably a hat and maybe a t-shirt and, you know, some fist bumps, and, you know, like we could do some, you know, some gratuitous stuff here. Like it's in play. So I don't know. Just what I thought. I thought we were going to pull this off. I thought they were going to do this for us.
You think you know a text line.
You think you know them, right? You think you know them, and then, hey, mama, we see you do your dance, do your dance. We don't have any fun. We don't have any fun at work. I don't understand. Before we get through all the chaos and calamity that is about to approach, today is a gray day for the ticket. One of our leaders is going on to other things, and I wanted to be clear in speaking to it. Somebody asked me today, man,
you haven't said anything about Mark leaving. I'm like, yeah, we have. Like Mark said plenty. Mark said plenty. Mark said everything. Like look, Mark has had a run, man. He's had a run, 10 years of being and listen, he's been through a lot of it. Like, whoa. And so every version of 93.7 The Ticket, Mark's been a part of it. And to be clear, and some know the story and some don't. Like without Mark, I'm not here. Without Mark, I'm already at Hibner just being a fan, getting everybody all hyped up. Like I'd be giving like pep talks in the parking lot of the NCAA tournament. Like I would definitely be in Madison just raising the most hell. Because I wouldn't be like, there's no accountability if I'm just a fan. Like I'm just a fan. Like I could just agitate people. Like I could just crush Madison. Like just crush it. But instead, I have to be responsible and accountable. But through all of this, when I first got here, and actually I got a notification today. You know how social media tells you, hey, someone on this day in 2018, I was in Lincoln, Nebraska for the first time in almost forever with Becky, who was coming here all the time. And Becky said, hey, I think you need to go to Lincoln with me. I've got a meeting, but I think it'd be cool. There's some cool people there. I think you should go with me. And at the time I was in DC. I was working for an agency that I cannot mention. And so we flew in, and the weather report was cold, really cold. And so I thought, well, let me see what it is. Let me see what this is. We start hanging around in Husker circles, and then it was approached that, hey, you guys should move here. Like, yeah.
Lincoln?
Yeah.
Cold.
Yeah. And we came to a Michigan State game, and a 9-6 doozy. But the way the city handled it was impressive to me. Like the vibe was right. And I'm all about vibe. Like I like to tell people I'm an empath, so I feel people from a distance and I feel them in full. And so I felt Lincoln that day, and I was like, okay, this is a vibe I can really get in. I started poking around to see, well, what's the sports thing here? What is it? Like, not the sports, because I knew the sports, but the sports conversation. And I didn't know, like I hate to tell you, but on a national stage, it wasn't like I was really paying attention to the Nebraska broadcast. Wasn't okay. Got online, of course, the thing that pops up, there's a broadcast group, jumped on. I reached out and said, hey, listen, not for nothing, but there's a guy, and he might be coming to town, and let's see what we can do. They were all about it until the 23rd hour, and then they decided they wanted to do something else. And I said, okay, cool. I'm going to retire. Like that's fine. Like I'm just, And they call when I got the call, I was literally, we had the new place ready. And I was literally standing outside waiting for the furniture to be delivered, the new furniture delivered to it. And I called back and I'm like, hey, not for nothing, but yeah, I'm retired. And I'm walking to the hotel right here on 8th. And I look across the street and there's a radio group broadcasting. And it says sports. I'm like, whoa. But wait a minute, that's not one of the ones I was just talking to. Like, why did I not hear that one? And so I got on my phone, and I looked around, and there it pops up on the internet. And then there on the front page. We're looking for a host. And so since I had already had my resume in hand, so I just send it and within moments, I get a response back. Oh yeah, if you're in town, let's talk. From this guy, Mark Onwell. And I go to talk. I'm sitting there. I'm literally just watching this broadcast happen. And it's Sip, Jake, Connor Happer. I don't know who the fourth was. Or something. Mike Schaefer. And they saw me sitting there in my curiosity. And they're like, hey, like, who are you? I'm like, nobody. I'm just checking you out, bro. And he goes, come on. And Sipple, of course, in his Sipple way. No, that's not who you are. You're somebody. Who are you? I'm like, no, I've done sports, bro. Like I've been around. And he goes, what are you doing in Lincoln? Which has been the shirt that I should wear. What are you doing in Lincoln?
Is it different if it's what are you doing in Lincoln or what are you doing?
What are you? Yeah, it's usually like I have 3 shirts, and one of them has you in capital letters, and one has you in air quotes. What are you doing in Lincoln? And we talked. I said, well, I think I might be moving here. And he said, well, you got a job? And I'm like, oh. He goes, well, we're looking. You ought to come see us. I'm like, well, I just sent it to your boss. I said, Mark, somebody? He goes, yeah. That was Saturday. That Monday, I went down to 48th and met with Mark Onweiler. And he had this incredulous look on his face. Like, what are you doing here? Like,
shirt number 2.
Yeah, like, what are you doing here? Like, and I said, bro, y'all need a sports. You looking for a host? I want to host. Like, let me host. And he's like, yeah, but why do you want? Like there was some grand secret, right? That they're like, and the rumors and reports, the things that were passed on around about me were fantastic.
Some of them are even true.
Fantastic. The far-reaching ones were like I was told that somebody thought that I was in witness protection. Some thought that I was running away from a crime. Some thought that like there was just like every report. And Mark simply asked the question. He says, "But why do you want to work for the Ticket?" I said, "Because you do sports radio, and I'm curious. I'm naturally curious. I had to interview with Mark Onweiler, Connor Happer, Tom Stevens, and Ron Romero 7 times. 7. And they were like, okay, well, if you're going to keep showing up, we're going to go ahead and do it. Like Mark's like, okay. And, and I explained to Mark, like, I'm a handful, bro. Like I get ideas. Like I drive people crazy with the ideas, and then it's the stories, and they're like, "You did what?" And then you have to prove it, and then it's like, "Wow, okay." And then you tell them another story, they go, "You have to prove it again. I don't believe it." And then after a while, you just go, "Okay." He goes, "Okay, I'm accepting. Like you've proven." But through it all, and imagine the weirdness of being the person who hires somebody who ultimately becomes your boss. And that weird transition that has to happen from the most recent employee and the lowest paid employee to the boss. And then think back to what the Ticket was in 2018 with 5 local shows. So they had a morning, then you went to Dan Patrick. Like you went national, then you had 2 afternoon shows. You didn't do weekends, you didn't do weeknights. And it was just radio. There was no digital content. We weren't doing that sort of thing. And imagine running a place that had a lot of auto programming and then now running a place that has 38 shows and basically a cable station and a radio station combined. all the while, Mark handled it with such grace and dignity and decorum. Like I would come up with these ideas, you know, and he would just look at me. And I mean, think about everything you're trying to get people to see another way of doing things. But when all you know is a thing, and then that thing is being fixed or changed, like people resisted. People here resisted. Mark was just like, okay. But then ultimately he trusted. And all the while he's being fed. And again, if you haven't been around me and my wife, we're a different group. So as much as I'm a go, my wife she's super go. And Mark, he just handled it. I mean, we had to build a whole new station with future and forward thinking innovations. And like we had to implement things now for the year 2027 and 28 so that whatever technology comes in, we're prepared for it and the next thing. So I fully expected that the talent at the ticket would grow so much that people, they would outgrow it, or they would at least decide to go somewhere where you're a big fish in a small pond. All right? Not everybody wants to be a small fish in a big pond. Mark is uniquely Mark in that he's authentically creative. He's exceptionally generous. And he has friends. He had friends before I got here. And if you get a chance to work with your friends, it's like, Johnny Holiday calling and say, hey, DP, let's do a thing together. I mean, I love Lincoln, but this is a lifelong friend. Larry Michael, Doc Walker, like these are my friends. So I understand wanting to work with your friends. And so he gets an opportunity. And it would be terrible for me as a man and as a friend to want to boundary him and say, no, like stay here. We need you. Yeah, we need you. But bruh, go do your thing. And that's for everybody in here. Like my hand to the sky. Same thing I said to Connor Happer. I meant it. When I see Connor, like we're boys. Like it's in full. And contrary to what people would imagine, I'm happy for him. Like I know, we'll have to change some things around here, but it's all opportunity for Austin and Nick and Rico and Bach and Harrison and Ben and everybody else to grow in this business. And in a perfect world, everybody's here. Like I don't expect Nick Sainer to be here in 5 years. I don't expect Rico to be here in 5 years unless he chooses to. I want them here forever because, like I said, I'm old, so I'm not trying to do this forever. But I want to be able to hand it to somebody who loves it the same way I do. And that's what we're building. So it is, I'm sad, but I'm happy for him. And I'm excited for the ticket because there's some new creative people who now get to have that impact and influence. And, Austin, you and I, it forced us to have some conversations that we hadn't had, which gave me greater insight to who you are. And I went, oh. And it certainly gave you an insight, like you get to see a side of me that you hadn't seen. Mm-hmm. All with the idea that I want from this for you a greater thing than you want for it. And that's my job as a coach in life, as a man, as a leader, as a mentor, all those things. And now as a boss, I can tell you, Rico and I would just go at it because I'm like, Rico, I need you on air. You should be on air. Like you should be on. When I met Rico was like, nope, want no part of it. No part of it. Like I want to just walk in there and interrupt the show and then walk out. I don't want to plan it. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do all the creative stuff. I don't want to do all this stuff. And I said, if you stay in the place that you're limiting yourself at a level that's not fair to your kids, it's not fair to your wife, it's not fair to you. Like you have so much more in you than you were doing. And I'm so proud of him and watching Nick and then Jay, who has just super evolved into this, like the Superman that we imagined he would be. Rashawn, Amon, Carricker, Aaron Davis, Raph, Farley, like the current version of Terrell Farley gives me so much joy. Right? Strick. I mean, Strick was in Orlando. I'm like, bro, we got to talk. Like, we on the phone. I'm like, you need to come home.
It's time.
Right? And then telling this, like, but you have to see that thing forward and go, Strick, I see something for you that you can't possibly see for yourself. And so through all of this stuff, Mark Onwala has been the rudder and the calm in the storm, and he's always present. His presence, his brilliance is his presence, that we're going to miss having somebody that creatively can see a thing differently than we see it and then execute it in full for the greater good of everybody. So again, to be clear, we are going to miss Mark Onwala. But if you know me, if you know anything about me, if you know anything about what is happening behind the scenes and how we get to where we are, I'm really looking forward to where we're going to be in 2028, 2030, and forward. And I'm telling you, it's all for y'all. I love what we're building for y'all. I love what's coming. I love what's coming. I love the version of Austin. Austin can't even see the vision of Austin that I see for him. And that's why we do this. So I'm looking forward to it, bro. I'm looking forward to it. Mark, we're going to miss you. But as I just told him, yeah, I'm going to see you all the time. So no, I'm not going to miss you, bro. Like you're right down the street. Like I will see you. It's the presence, but there's lots there. Here's some of the things we want to do. And I want to, we're going to get into some trivia things. Austin, we need to get a pad and pen because we're going to do some trivia. And then today I had the courtesy and the blessing of being a part of a groundbreaking ceremony at Cedars. And Cedars here for kids, here for families. I want to read some of what was a part of what a part of this day. Jim Blue, Kalita Bach. It was exceptional to watch because this was a mission. And again, I can officially announce. Folks know that last year for Give to Lincoln Day, we partnered with Cedars.
And it was awesome.
It was awesome. And we both changed how things are done and what the results should be and the standards. Well, we have agreed that for 2023, 2024, we will again partner with Cedars for Give to Lincoln Day, along with just another group of events like today, the Carriage House, groundbreaking. And it's a 6,800 square foot structure on the Cedars Pioneer campus. It'll serve pregnant and parenting teens who have no other safe place to spend the night. Young parents and their children will receive intensive wraparound support and life skills training from professional staff and community partners during their 90 to 100-day stay. The Carriage House will be designed to prepare these young families for community living, putting them on a path to success for that day and future generations. And here's the thing. You can go to Cedars website and donate and be a part of this thing. It is a one of one. There is no other service in the country that provides this specific, that covers this blind spot that exists in this service space. And if you're feeling good on a Friday, that you have a place to go to, if you have a home and a roof, if you have people around you who love you, if you have an opportunity, and you know what, you were going to go and you were just going to splurge today, you want to do something, just go to Cedars, find the button and donate. I don't care if it's coffee money. I don't care if it's fruitcake money. I don't care if it's whatever it is, that for the young people in Lincoln who rely on the people in Lincoln who have enough, who live in abundance. They have provided over 100,000 nights of care for kids who had no other safe place to spend the night. In the last fiscal year, they served over 2,300 kids and families. That's here in Lincoln. I'm just going to say this thing so you understand it. Their mission is to help children and youth achieve safety, stability, and enduring family relationships. If you have those things, you're fortunate, you're blessed, you really are living in abundance. What I'm going to ask you to do is to ride with 937 The Ticket and Cedars over the course of the next year by raising more funds to help this thing. Again, today was a beautiful day, the groundbreaking carriage house for Cedars. If you want more information, it's there on their website. We will post some information on our website this coming weekend. We'll throw it a break. We'll come back. A couple of things that I found out. I'm constantly in my curiosity about Nebraska athletics. I found out more things, and I want to bring up some more names. Austin and I will go through that with you on Old School when we come back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're like most guys with symptoms, you don't want to ask for help. Perhaps a free consult with the men's health experts will encourage you. What could it hurt? Limitless knows exactly how to treat your symptoms. They will verify with a blood test, and in a very short time, you'll feel like a new man. So don't drag your feet. You're not going to feel better unless you get help. The providers at Limitless know what they're doing. To receive your custom treatment plan, schedule online at limitlessmail.com and get your life back.
Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring heavy equipment mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Thanksgiving is near, and Fairway is now taking orders for fresh turkeys, holiday hams, prime ribs, holiday trays, and more. Save yourself the stress of waiting until the last minute and order ahead this year for your holiday meals at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
This is Jeff Essing, owner of Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping and host of Fitness Fanatics. Over the years, we've helped countless of people gain strength, lose fat, build confidence, and change their lives. And it all starts with the Farrell's 10-week challenge. Now is the best time to enroll during the Black Friday sale. You can join the January 10-week challenge for half price. That's 10 weeks of kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching for 50% off. Head to theticketfm.com and click on the banner on the homepage to enroll today. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill and 70th and Vine.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving. Go cardio crazy in our clean and spacious clubs, or get down with some dumbbells and strength equipment. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month. It's glow time. See Club for details.
Fall has arrived, and it's the perfect weather for the DIY market to listen to the game while building a deck. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and Decorators composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance and to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671 or go online to deckcityne.com.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show, powered by Sunbelt Rentals. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador, Select Plumbing, Jimmy John's, Lincoln Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Fleet Feet, Bure's Cheese Spread on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Old School. DP, Austin Orman. Downtown Lincoln's buzzing. There's some students in town taking over Lincoln, buying coffee, hot chocolate,
making me park and darn near the roof of the parking garage.
Yeah, they all over there. Like they look, they loaded
it
up, right? They loaded it up. So there's lots in place from the text lines. DP off Moving Mountain, so we can live off the lake of knowledge you provided. Good talk. No, Mark's good people. The staff is good people. Right? More live events like tailgates and watch parties, DP. How about this, Bryce? We're going to have a live game watch tomorrow. Jay and Nick will be out, and it'll go live. So we'll keep you company during the game. But here's the other thing. Here at 1040 at 11th and O, for Black Friday, here in the 70, it's now 100 seats because the patio's open.
Ready.
ABC license in play, beer and wine. Yeah. But for the 100+ seats and standing room, we're going to have game watch for Iowa. We'll do a tailgate before, then the Iowa game, and then immediately following, we'll watch Wisconsin and Nebraska volleyball. We're going to take you through that whole Black Friday. So, yeah, we're going to do – this is the beginning of the evolution. It's coming. It's coming. The patio is there. Yeah, I'm sad Mark is leaving, too. This is the Cody Johnson concert at Pinnacle Bank. But these are students who are here.
Yeah.
High school students, if you would imagine.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That are here?
Did you see Nyla's previous text?
No.
Okay. I'm going to give you the context for this because I think it'd be interesting to get your opinion.
Okay.
So we were talking about, Strick and I, the lack of community in neighborhoods, just houses next door to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And Nyla's text was, I think more people are having hard times today than they were back then in terms of bringing cookies over to the neighbors on Christmas, asking for a stick of butter, a cup of sugar, something like that. My thing is, I think the natural human tendency is to fold in tough times. But if you don't have much, you have community. You're supposed to have community. You're supposed to be there for each other. Lean into that.
And to know your neighbor enough to know when they're struggling.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be the neighbor when they go, oh man, I thought they were kind, and then they end up as a serial killer, and you didn't know. Be connected enough that if somebody's struggling, I came from a poor black neighborhood, and we became affluent through work and through working for the government over several generations, but they didn't have money. They became government workers and then stayed in it. And then, my grandmother was the first government worker, and then her house is what kind of changed our wealth, along with the work that happened. But we had rent parties. If somebody couldn't make their rent payment or their mortgage payment, we had parties, and you donated what you could, and you took care of it. And the landlord would make that stuff known that, listen, they're struggling right now. Same thing for food and meals and all the things. A big part of being down here at the mill and changing what we do at the station is really this is the third place. And so the third place concept was simple. There's home, there's work, and then the third place is the meeting place where those other two things meet and people get a chance to just be themselves. Right? And what happens in this community has been phenomenal. Phenomenal. First of all, shout out Charles Phillips. Mary Ellen's came in, did the dang thing today.
Crushed it.
Right? Good Sense. Every Friday, smoke show. Great subs. Good Sense Friday is a real deal. It's Heavenly Waffles on Wednesday to come down. Chef Bob, when they come down, his beautiful wife, and they come here and they make meals fresh. Fresh, I said. Everyone. Look.
Delco Dave's on Monday. SoCal Tacos on Tuesday. Canopy
understand.
Street came through this week.
Right. And then, Canopy Street came through. We had the job shadow, and we had the kids from middle school, 40 kids. Who came through? Canopy came through. It came through. Listen, folks come through here and they drop off. We had just amazing apple pie.
Mm.
People come in and drop off. And what happens is, for a lot of it, if the staff can't get through it, right, and they get enough, because, again, our staff, the mission for the staff is for us to have enough. Everybody on staff knows whatever's left over. Look, man, there is no judgment. If there's a bag of tacos, hey, there's Kate
there she
Kane.
goes.
There's Kate Kane, basketball player. I think she's around. Yeah.
She's walking in.
Yeah, we need to get Kate around for basketball. And I need to have that talk with Sam Hybe. I saw her at the basketball game, and we almost got to the conversation we did. But people drop off stuff, and listen, I don't care if you and your family need it. Take it. No judgment. Okay, we just put it in the fridge. Missing the next day, well done. Like somebody ate good. So one of us ate good. And we also give it to students who do shows at night who, listen, take them sandwiches, bro. Take that pizza.
They do you more good than the trash can.
Right. Like, take it. And so through this place, right, Delco Dave is fantastic, right? I mean, it's there. This is what this third place is about and what it should be for. So, DP, what's up? Will there be any pregame festivities for Nebraska versus Creighton men's basketball game this year? Yeah, we're gonna paint the town red.
Sign Stricken me up for that.
Yeah, we're gonna paint the town red. Anything blue gets a beat down. Like that's how it should be.
Correct.
Right? That's how it should be.
I'm not wearing my Duke stuff that day.
Yeah,
Husker red.
Yeah,
through and through.
no. This is what it is. Correct in that Farley has really grown into a great radio host. I'm not supposed to play favorites, but Farley's heart brings me so much joy. Terrell Farley is as good-hearted, good-spirited human being as there is in Lincoln. And Lincoln has some amazing people. Kendall Warnock, Nick from Muchachos, who are always moving in good spirit. It's a full range and list of people who are just good and they just show up. So that's what it is. Like there are good people here. So DP, have you heard from your gangster friend lately? So Austin, do you know the gangster story?
I do not.
Okay.
So
in my travels, and I'm about to head back into that phase of my life where I go on the road with UFC, sometimes for books, but UFC in particular. And I ran into this friend who engaged me in such a unique way and basically offered me a job for life, just to attend sports events with them and be a presence. So, as he said, I need for your aura to be around me. He goes, and there's a phrase that he used, unbleepable.
Unblankwithable.
Yes.
Yep.
And he said, I need that in my space. I need that. And he had done homework. He knew me and he knew stuff about me. And I was like, bruh, pump the brakes. But he was like, okay. And he's reached out several times. Well, they just had the big UFC event in New York City. And it was supposed to be John Jones and Stipe Miocic. But Bones got injured, had surgery. They moved the fight. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to go. Oh, yeah. Yes, dude reached out. Yes, he did. Like they were having like an open bar at some hotel bar right down the street from Madison Square Garden. And he wants to know, when are you getting into town? And I was like, I'm not coming. I just responded. I'm like, I'm not coming. He goes, but you're on the media list. I was like, oh no.
Whoops.
Bruh, I was like, oh. So he's like, well, and then he did the thing. He said, I guess we'll have to have drinks in Austin, Texas. And I looked at the calendar, December 2nd, Austin, Texas, UFC. And I went, oh boy, here we go. He said, anybody at the ticket need Nebraska versus Wisconsin tickets? He can text them. We will say that Jake probably would accept them and know somebody who's there who may need them. Don't know. Can we talk about? Can't talk about CIA days. The things you can't talk about. The things that yeah. That's a whole other podcast. Thought DP might throw a gelato party for the text line. I think that might happen. As a matter of fact, I think that needs to happen. One of these Fridays through the Mercado, we will have them donate gelatos, and we will maybe for next Friday.
What's next Friday?
Maybe for next Friday. That's a watch party. Maybe 20 gelatos, maybe 40. Depends. I tell you what, on the people who RSVP that they're coming, that will be the number. For people, if you're going to come and game watch next Friday for Black Friday, either tailgate or watch the volleyball party, I'll have them donate some gelato. And I'm telling you, it's worth the trip. It's worth the trip. Okay. So we will throw the break. We'll come back. We'll get a little bit more into a short segment. I think Jay Foreman's coming.
On his way.
Said he's on his way. So he's on his way to the soccer game as well. So we'll talk about that. We'll go through cheap tickets. It's Cheap Ticket Friday. Like, we got to go through some of these games. There's some scary things in play, some funny things, and then some Husker history. Some things that you did not know, or at least I didn't know. We will share those when we come back to Old School.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Load up on meat and more this fall at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through November 21st is buy one, get one free on 4-ounce filet mignons. And bring on the holiday cheers with 15% off all wine, beer, and spirits. Plus, don't forget their 2 new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town. Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness specialize in getting rid of people's pain quickly and permanently. For 31 years, they've been extremely successful with advanced techniques in pain relief using spinal adjustments and decompression, detoxification, diet and lifestyle modification, and more. They are fully equipped to handle the most seasonal athlete, weekend warrior, car accidents, strains, sprains, and more. Is there anywhere you're experiencing pain on your body, or are you fighting decreased energy and depression? Consult Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness first at 402-476-8619.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving. Go cardio crazy in our clean and spacious clubs, or get down with some dumbbells and strength equipment. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month. It's glow time. See Club for details.
Hi, my name is Molly Party. I'm a realtor with MP Dodge Real Estate. I'm a newly licensed agent and considered numerous brokerages before deciding on MP Dodge. I chose the company that gives me the most support in my new career, plus guidance and encouragement along the way. MP Dodge has a unique mentoring program for new agents. It's helped jumpstart my career and has a supportive management team and administrative staff. So if you're contemplating a career in real estate, look no further than MP Dodge. It will be the best decision you make.
The holidays are right around the corner. This is a great year to give your family and loved ones the gift of shoes to encourage them to stay active. Fleet Feet Lincoln fits you properly for shoes, and they offer a free group that meets 3 days a week, plus other training programs and a walking group on Mondays. Get healthy, stay healthy with proper shoe wear from Fleet Feet Lincoln and a group of friends that will support you and keep you accountable. Start your health adventure at Fleet Feet Lincoln at 77th and Pioneers.
At Koppel Chevrolet GMC, we are thankful for so many things this year, starting with our great employees, a generous community, our military personnel, and most importantly, our loyal customer base that continues to drive that money-saving mile of Louisville. Hi, this is Sean Callahan, and on behalf of everybody at Koppel, we want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving and safe travels to wherever they may take you. Happy holidays from Koppel Chevrolet GMC.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Service Ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Hay harvest is a race against time. Order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower to harvest your hay quickly and efficiently while promoting quick dry down for high-quality hay. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location for full details on a new self-propelled windrower and experience the Landmark difference.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions. Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. Final segment before we turn it over at 5 o'clock and get you one final hour of live Friday sports talk here on the ticket. Again, we're going to shout out Mark Onweiler as much and as often as possible. The mill has been busy today. It's been fun to watch the students come in and out, and watch the locals kind of come in and out. It's good stuff. The Cedars conversation, and I need to shout out Jason Danner as well, who always is supportive and always been a fan and a friend of the ticket. What his work at Cedars, it was good seeing him today. He and Kalita Bach, just looking out for folks. And it was just good. I also want to shout out Jim Bennett and Des Moines Adam from Teammates. Me and my little mentee had a good week. And the funny thing is like I'm supposed to be there for him. And it turns out that in his personality and his vibe, he's helpful for me. Great perspective, redirect of thought and process. And it's just very cool what Teammates does. Kat, who came in earlier today, and what they're doing with their books for kids. And there are so many really good people in Lincoln looking out for other people, looking out for each other. It's kind of cool. Like it's not, I can tell you that that is more of a Nebraska thing than a lot of places. Not everybody really shows up the way Nebraska does. And next year, do this thing for me, please. Please make sure that you come up and attend Big Red Brunch. We're going to bring it to Lincoln, but I need you to be in that room and experience what that's like. Sold out crowds, great food, great talk, great combinations, great panels. We asked the question in the text line. You can just hit us yes or no. But the question was and is, if we bring Big Red Brunch to Lincoln and we do one, say, for volleyball, women's volleyball, and we get a panel together, would you attend? Would you support? If it was basketball, men's and women's, would you support? If it was baseball, would it be softball? If we can get, Coach Ravel and Jordy Ball and, some of the softball, would you support that? Would you show up in numbers? And it has to be numbers. But we want to bring the brunch to Lincoln. Like, that's where the Huskers are. And I know that Omaha gets its own, but they get a little possessive. But the reality is, I would love to bring Big Red Brunch to Lincoln proper. And we have a couple of places that offered, a home for it. I think the events would be exceptional. But the number, you kind of have to have 300 people support it, and you have to have, 10, 15 sponsors for it. But that's the thing. So text line, let us know yes or no whether you would support it, and do that. Dave, my friend, Dave in Fullerton says this, just got my donation into Cedars. You do great work getting the word out. I wish there was not such a need, but this is the world we live in, and I'm proud to help. Dave, if you will allow, and if you have access, and again, I don't know if you're here or local or not, and if you want them or can use them, but if you can, if you want a t-shirt or tickets to see the Stars, I would like to provide that to you, or anybody else who makes a donation to Cedars today. You can do the same thing. And again, I just explained to you what they're doing. This is amazing. Text said, I would show up for a Big Red Brunch. Okay. Bubba says, I'll be there for all of it. Let's freaking go. Listen, we have the chance to do it. The Big Red Breakfasts in Omaha were their own thing, but I saw the opportunity to not only get in the game, but to change the way they were done. Like, I wanted to celebrate that 83 team. Next year, I want to celebrate. I want to celebrate the quarterbacks. Like, each of those next year, we'll have a theme. We'll have the pipeline. Like, all the stories behind the pipeline. I'd like to have a panel that's just all of the former assistant coaches, right? Because they have stories, right? Some real deep ones. To have a receivers panel, a defensive backs panel. We could have, for basketball, there are a lot of Huskers who would love to be back amongst the crowd again. and you can do those panels. To do women's volleyball, I think, I said we should do one a month from December through the end of volleyball season. Then you have to have partners and sponsors for it. And then the question is, will people turn out for it? But if you tell me that there are 4 Husker volleyball greats on the stage, and then you get to take pictures and get autographs and have meals with them, would you show up? Like the number is 300 people and 10 to 15 sponsors. So in my head, I'm looking at January to start to put it together. Also to line up with Coach Hoiberg to bring, and I think Hoiberg's the kind of coach, good-hearted coach that would do this thing. He would actually let current players be a part of the panel.
He's let a current player do some stuff on the radio recently.
He's let a bunch of them, right? The same for Will Bolt, right? The same for Rhonda Rovell. The same for Mark Manning, that we put together a wrestling Big Red brunch. And listen, if you haven't gone to a wrestling match, get your tail down to Bob Devaney. Get your tail down there. This is the year to do it. So we're going to fire up the Big Red brunches. We're going to light it all up. Second hour of Old School coming up here after the break.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Service Ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring heavy equipment mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627. Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness specialize in getting rid of people's pain quickly and permanently. For 31 years, they've been extremely successful with advanced techniques in pain relief using spinal adjustments and decompression, detoxification, diet and lifestyle modification, and more. They are fully equipped to handle the most seasonal athlete, weekend warrior, car accidents, strains, sprains, and more. Is there anywhere you're experiencing pain on your body, or are you fighting decreased energy and depression? Consult Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness first at 402-476-8619.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Kreekak, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're like most guys with symptoms, you don't want to ask for help. Perhaps a free consult with the men's health experts will encourage you. What could it hurt? Limitless knows exactly how to treat your symptoms. They will verify with a blood test, and in a very short time, you'll feel like a new man. So don't drag your feet. You're not going to feel better unless you get help. The providers at Limitless know what they're doing. To receive your custom treatment plan, schedule online at limitlessmail.com and get your life back.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, expecting lots of sunshine to go along with calm winds. The afternoon high should top out around 51. Tonight we'll see clear skies, more calm winds as well, and a low around 32. And tomorrow, more sunshine. Might be your last nice day for a while. Those afternoon high temperatures should top out around 64. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clicker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hour number 2 of Old School on a Friday. It is so cool to hang out with y'all, and all the good folks have met on the text line. The good-hearted folks have met. The donations are starting to roll in for Cedars. If you make a donation to Cedars, please let me shout you out. Just send a text and let me know. Some of you have sent it to my phone. Some of you put them on the text line. But go to Cedars, Cedars for Kids. Please go and make a donation. Again, today we got a chance to be a part of the Carriage House groundbreaking ceremony. How are you, kind sir? Friday Waves from 1040. If you want to be a part of it, Austin Orman, let them know about the Mercado.
Mercado certified Piedmontese beef, every type of meat, every type of cut, available at 2 places in Lincoln, 1 in Omaha. We were raving about all the great stuff we get here at the Ticket. We are very appreciative of that. If you're out and about, though, on a Friday, they do have their lunch specials. Can't get it there? Get it to go. They have it prepackaged for you. There's no excuse not to get yourself some Mercado.
I think for our game watch next Friday. So we'll tailgate that morning. It's 11 o'clock kickoff. So we'll start an early morning tailgate here at the mill. You'll be able to get coffee, hot chocolate, whatever you want. We even had somebody try to sneak in a little flask to put something in their coffee. I was like, you could have just shared and been open. I would have said something. But we have an ABC license, so now you can buy it here. We can actually cater it in and make it for that day that you can do those sort of things. And then we'll have a game watch for Black Friday for Iowa. And then We'll have a game watch for volleyball while we're doing the post-game show, right? We'll invite folks down, and then we will, again, the mission would be, I think it should be our sponsor. I think it should be gelato. I think there's like 5 flavors. So, but it would be folks who tell me on the text line that, hey, not only am I coming, but I would like gelato too. So we can make sure we have enough for people who RSVP that they're coming and they want to be a part of it. From the text, I said, DP, my good friend is opening a bar right across the street from your station. I know he would be interested in some of these ideas. If you're interested, yep, have him hit me up. Come walk across the street. Come see your boy. Come holla at your boy.
Holla at a play if you see him in the window across the street.
That's it, man. What Big Papa Pump. Holla if you hear me. I'm full with that. Wrestling will be awesome. Yeah, because, I mean, think about what we know about Mark Manning. One, Mark is a great host. He's a great talker. He's got great stories. His staff is loaded with some great stories. And again, they've got a current roster that's incredible that's a top 5 roster. And then the history. I mean, the Jordan Burroughs of the world are around, and to be able to bring them in the conversation. I mean, think about it from baseball, that I can think of 8 baseball players who played here who would make a great panel. So you could do that whole thing, right? That would be incredible. Mm-hmm. That would be incredible if we can do it. So that's the thing, is to bring Big Red Brunch to Lincoln. And that is in the full discussion. And shout out to Ava Thomas and Sherry Dickmeyer from Lee Enterprises, Omaha World Herald, Lincoln Journal Star, including Sam McEwen, Tom Chattel. They come up with the trivia questions that we use for Big Red Brunch. And they were the ones that were thoughtful and insightful enough to think, you know what? That old mom and pop station from Lincoln might be a really good partner, and that they're going to put these things together. Again, if you missed it, I'm just telling you, we celebrated the 40th anniversary of that 83 team. You know, that scoring explosion. Rozier, Fryer company came into town with Ricky Simmons. We put on an event. We had the first one with Coach Osborne and Trev as two of the panelists. We had the 95 team, the 94 team, the 97 team. And then here's what I'm telling you. Next year, how to roll this thing, man, that even over the next couple of months, we could do a Big Red Brunch. We could have quarterbacks. Like if you get Tommy, you get Steve Frazier, you get Crouch, and have them take questions and give answers. Have one for running backs, right? We kind of know a couple. Like you imagine the panel with Rozier and Amon and et cetera, et cetera. Receivers, pipeline. Women's basketball, I've met more former players down at PBA walking around would be fantastic. So I think, in doing it, and then we're going to have some of these meet and greets here. So to bring some of these former Husker stars into 10th and 0, 11th and 0 here at the Mill and the Ticket, and come and meet everybody and give folks a chance to come down and say hi. That would be fantastic. DP, you are a huge asset to the Huskers and to Lincoln. Thanks, and go Big Red. Thank you. I'm one of those mission people that you just want to leave things better than you found them. And not to say that anything was bad. As long as the Husker fans recognize that I'm trying to create more fandom, I'm still not sure the University of Nebraska gets that I'm an ally and an asset. Because I rattle their cage on a regular basis that, they weren't doing student-athlete shows. They didn't know what it was. They weren't comfortable with it, and I'm trying to explain it to them. Then you just have to show them. They weren't comfortable with their coaches being on air. They still have boundaries on that sort of thing. They still have boundaries. And look, it's your program. You run it how you want. But the reality is the fans deserve to hear from Chubba Purdy more than they do. They deserve to hear from we're missing out on Billy Kemp IV. Just a really good young man. We're missing out. We're missing out and on hearing these kids. The coaching staff, we're missing. So my thing is find the rules. Tell me what the rules are, and I'll work. So I said, okay, there's 6 programs. I can't have head coaches from those. Then it's sometimes we actually mean the whole team. Okay. To me, and folks can get mad if they want, but that's just rude to say that your fans, the people who buy tickets and the people who buy the hoodies and the jerseys and the people who show up in cold weather and hot weather and show up to tell them that they don't deserve to hear from these young people and that the young people don't deserve to be heard. That part. You're talking about all the mental health and all the stuff. Talk to these young people and ask them, do they want to be heard? And if you're selfish enough to say, you know what? My fear that you're going to say something inappropriate is greater than your need to be heard. Well, that's a whole different conversation. That is a whole different conversation. Eric says, I wrestled for Coach Manning for a year in the mid-2000s. Can ask him about all his brawls with a guy named Jacob Klein sometime. That would span the whole wrestling room. Like, listen, Mark Manning is again, I'm not supposed to have favorite coaches, right? That we cover. But listen, Heather Brink, Mark Manning, Lance Harvell, Coach Hoiberg. Look, Matt Rule's climbing his way up because at least he makes an effort to at least acknowledge the ticket, to at least give us a little respect. Amy Williams, through trials and tribulations, still trying to find a way to be hospitable and decent. And it's appreciated. Like, she's going through it and she's trying to build a program. All right, well, I'm going to support it. Like, we'll show up. I still think they need a post-game show. Like women's basketball, and again, there's a lot of history behind it, so I get it. But I didn't do anything. It wasn't me. Women's softball, Rhonda Ravel has allowed several of her young ladies to do shows. Bravo, Will Bolt, exceptional. Him and Harvell have a lot. Like, they just run through it, and it's incredible. Now we have soccer, swimming and diving.
Can I plug swimming and diving? Frankie's conversation with her dad, I got to be in the room for. Holy smokes. That was fun.
Listen.
Podcast is available for you.
Right. That to say that we're not supposed to have favorites. But Frankie Webb from the diving team, her co-host Abby was actually traveling, so she invited her dad, who had flown in from the UK. And her dad's kind of a somebody. But them having the conversation that they had last Sunday, I was sitting, my jaw was on the ground. It was amazing. It was amazing. Again, I'm not supposed to favorite interviews, but that's easily top 5 for me.
And I've been here 10 months and same.
Yeah, that was top 5. So go find the podcast. We'll share it again tonight. Like, matter of fact, we should probably run it tonight. Just because. Fantastic. Just fantastic. If you listen to Sam and Sam Phillips and Savannah Warren, so insightful, so thoughtful. There are programs that support Paul Klemko. I mean, listen, the Bowling Girls just show out, and they're such good people. So programs that allow us to highlight them, we highlight. If you let me show you off, I'm going to show you off. If you a high school coach and we are not talking about your high school program on the ticket, guess what? You haven't found your way down to 11th and 0 to say, hey, I've got some good kids. I got some stories to tell. I'm not going to hunt. I'm not going to stalk people to tell their stories. There's some great Lincoln East, all of that. Listen, they do a great job of bringing people to us. The young lady who broadcasted the game, Hope, broadcasted a baseball game. We're going to do more of that, be more inclusive. We'll do high school softball this year. We'll do more high school baseball. We're getting ready to roll heavy and hard into high school basketball. If you give it to us and allow us access, we will highlight you. The same, if you're doing good work, you're doing a business. Listen, we've done 11 speaking engagements this week. But we can't do your event if you don't invite us. Like, listen, Aaron Davis gets flown all over the country. I've got 3 governors' balls that I'm going to do, right? Where they've got their events, and state events, state employees. Hey, DP, we're going to fly you out. I'm right down the street here in Lincoln. We can show out. Like we sent Strick. Strick went out, crushed it out at
Southern Valley.
Southern Valley?
Out in Oxford.
Right? Crushed it. Aaron Davis, Jay Foreman. I mean, if you haven't heard the folks, man, these are some folks. And Vashon lit up Big Red Brunch. Bill Bush is an elite speaker. Quiet as quiet kept. Coach Bill Bush is fire. And whatever, if you have an event, whatever your budget is, that's who you should be called the ticket. Like somebody asked me if we would start a speakers bureau just for the ticket. And I'm not trying to step on toes for business, people who do that here in town. There are people who, Midwest, I'm not mad at you. Do you think? And book me. Like I get people who reach out straight to me. Midwest, okay, like holler at your boy. I'm pretty good in the room. I'm pretty good in the room. But we can help this city have conversations and tell stories. And earthquake glue, I don't disagree with your text. As a matter of fact, the people who swim and dive agree with your text. There are things to improve. There are ways to do it. Fundraising. Again, the ticket has proved that we're really good at fundraising. We're really good at it. We can generate it. And again, if you missed it, today we're driving folks to Cedars. Go make donations. Go on there. Again, the Carriage House, and I want to read this as often as possible today, because to me, this is the great example. People think the great example of Lincoln, Nebraska is game day at Memorial. I think it's the people who move for people in Lincoln. Cedars Youth Services' mission is to help children and youth achieve safety, stability, and enduring family relationships. In the last fiscal year, served over 2,300 kids and families, provided over 100,000 nights of care for kids who had no other safe place to spend the night. They take a holistic approach, provides support to all kids of all ages, from infancy through young adulthood, with a variety of programs and services to meet individual needs. Today, they broke ground on the Carriage House, and it is exceptional, a wonderful deal. Jim Blue and that crew, thank you for what you do. Simply. I said, I know who that is. He goes, yeah, you act like you've done a TED Talk or something. Yeah, how about the nerve of me? I wanted the nerve of me. Shout out as well. So tomorrow morning, speaking of TED Talks, tomorrow morning, one of the tickets owned gives his first TED Talk. Woo! Oh my goodness. So I'm a TED master and I get to curate. So I get to create TED speakers. And it's a whole process. And it's not for the meek. I just let folks know. Everybody wants a TED Talk, but I'm like, you got to go through some stuff to get a TED. Are you willing to do it? That it speaks a lot. But Hosta Breezy, who does the Breeze Sundays at 12 noon here on the ticket in Hampton, Virginia, will give a TED Talk tomorrow morning. And I'm thrilled for him. I'm proud of him because I know how hard he worked, because I know his teacher. I know his teacher. And again, breaking the matrix that having two TEDs puts you in a weird space. I've been accepted for 3. I know that there's a TED in Omaha tomorrow. So there's another TED. That was another one that, could have been number 3. Hampton could have been number 3. Number 3 to me is going to have to be exceptional. Or, you know what? It might be Lincoln. I'll strive to that. But I can help people who want to write, become authors and speakers and that sort of thing. Austin, let me ask you a question, kind sir.
Okay.
And this was the brilliance behind this, and this is part of what I wanted to spend time on today. And I really missed some information. But that, do you know most of the All-Americans who played in Nebraska? What percentage do you think you know?
I would guess I could come up with 15% of the names.
Okay.
Conservatively.
We're going to mention a few more that don't get mentioned enough. Some folks were sending out those All-America pictures,
mm-hmm.
and some Huskers popped up. And I didn't like, it was like, oh,
you were one of them.
Look at you.
Yeah.
So we're going to go through some of those when we come back to Old School.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apple, chili, vegetables, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
Hi, my name is Molly Party. I'm a realtor with MP Dodge Real Estate. I'm a newly licensed agent and considered numerous brokerages before deciding on MP Dodge. I chose the company that gives me the most support in my new career, plus guidance and encouragement along the way. MP Dodge has a unique mentoring program for new agents. It's helped jumpstart my career and has a supportive management team and administrative staff. So if you're contemplating a career in real estate, look no further than MP Dodge. It will be the best decision you make.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Sunday morning. It's quiet, not in a weird, too quiet way. Calm, peaceful, tranquil. You pour yourself that cup of coffee. You slice yourself a hearty chunk of one of Beatrice Bakery's breakfast breads. Now, maybe you're an apple streusel guy. Nothing wrong with that. I can respect that. Personally, I'm a turtle nut man. Something about those pecans. But the real ones know, don't sleep on that date nut bread. Sweet, but not too sweet. Nutty, not overly. The perfect morning treat. Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring heavy equipment mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? At Warhorse Sportsbook, their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino in Lincoln or Horseman's Park in Omaha, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Southeast Community College invites you to check out our spaces ahead of your official campus visit. Our virtual campus tours let you see our campuses and learn more about our programs of study. Then you can schedule your individual visit in person or virtually. Virtual tours of our campuses in Beatrice, Lincoln, or Milford, and our learning centers are online at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Join Planet Fitness now and get the PF Black Card for only $24.99 a month. You'll enjoy an upgraded experience with tons of perks.
Like access to more than 2,000 locations worldwide?
Yep.
And massage chairs?
Yes.
Can I bring a friend every time?
Sure.
Can my friend be a horse?
Nay. Sorry. Get the PF Black Card and feel fit-tacular. Only $24.99 a month. Our most popular membership, the PF Black Card, is your ticket to getting all the perks. Join today. See Club for details.
Whether you're booking a trip to Lincoln for a football game or a volleyball weekend, the Scarlet Hotel at Innovation Campus is the place for you. The Scarlet Hotel is special on many levels, from the delicious Well and Good restaurant on the main floor to the coolest rooftop patio bar in Lincoln, the Barred Owl, on the top floor of the hotel with great views of the city and one of the coolest drink menus. Book your stay or book a staycation today at scarlethotelnebraska.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, expecting lots of sunshine to go along with calm winds. Afternoon highs should top out around 51. Tonight we'll see clear skies, more calm winds as well, and they're over around 32. And tomorrow more sunshine. Might be our last nice day for a while. Those afternoon high temperatures should top out around 64. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clicker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What up, good people? Jay Foreman, DP, Austin. This is old school. We are back live in effect. It is 5:30 and it's now officially dark. 1040 O Street on the eve of 25 hours away from Nebraska kicking off and kicking butt against the Wisconsin Badgers. The battle of the red and white up there, 2 5-5 teams. And we head into a pretty big week for the Big Ten West, I guess, or just the Big Ten in general. You got obviously the calm before the storm, Ohio State, Michigan playing teams in Maryland and Minnesota before they lock horns the Saturday after Thanksgiving. And then you got Nebraska and Wisconsin trying to become bowl eligible. You got Northwestern at home trying to sleepwalk their way or sleepy win their way over Purdue. And they're 5-5, Purdue's 3-7. And then you got Illinois led by Brett Bielema, the former Iowa alum, has an Iowa Hawkeye tattoo, going on the road and trying to score more than 15 points to beat those Iowa Hawkeyes without the X factor, Cooper DeJean, which is a huge thing because Cooper DeJean is obviously he's a lockdown corner, probably a first-round pick, but then also superior athlete in his return game. Obviously, you've seen it against Minnesota, even though it was a down ball on a potential punt or squib punt kick. That he called a poison call, but his ability to return it and change the game is gone for the rest of the season. So there's a lot to be had. I mean, you got to think PJ Fleck is 5-5, probably most likely won't beat Ohio State. Then everything comes into that next week against Wisconsin. And if you got to think of, the collateral damage that could be created by the Huskers winning tomorrow, which would be epic, right? And, you wish Northwestern all the best. They did a good job of, keeping Coach Braun. And then if they can get bowl eligible, Nebraska gets bowl eligible. And then you have Wisconsin and Minnesota fighting it out in a border battle to try to become bowl eligible after Nebraska goes 6-6. So you'll be looking at each other right in the eyes. So there's a lot to play for. It'll be interesting to see how it all shakes out. And, look, man, there's some uneasy fan bases right now with 2 weeks left in the season. Well, I mean, everybody, we know more. We said all along, everybody's smarter now than we were back in August. We all had our ideas in our head, what we thought was going to happen, and we say, okay. And very rarely does it go as planned. Yep. And very rarely does it go as planned. Like that's the thing about saying this. Like, I don't make predictions about that stuff because, quite frankly, and you can't, you don't you can't and shouldn't project injuries. You can't
No,
get through.
You can't. You only can get. I call it a guesstimate. Trying to make an educated guess based on what you know, little that you've seen, and what they did in the past. Because you got to think, going all the way back, it was crazy how quick the football season goes. It just seems like yesterday was Big Ten Media Day, and it was without a doubt the two teams that everybody talked about leaving there and during their time at the Big Ten Media Day was Illinois and Purdue. Illinois, probably everybody felt like, even though they lost a lot in the Brown brothers and obviously Witherspoon, that they were on the cusp after talking to Brett Bielema of winning the Big Ten West, right? And then you think Purdue, everybody was really excited about Coach Walters. They're 3-7 right now. Probably got off to a little bit slower start than projected, but they're 3-7. Nobody talked about Nebraska being 5-5 right now. And it was kind of like, okay, is this going to be the 2-win season? Then you get an uptick. And then also with Wisconsin, you felt like they were more ready-made to make a quick transition with a whole new regime based on they went to a bowl game last year after a midseason firing, right? None of that has rang true. And Minnesota was, 3 weeks ago, had control of the Big Ten West. Just 2 weeks ago, everybody's like, oh, that Minnesota loss might come back to bite Nebraska. Now we let 2 games go. Minnesota's got mollywopped the last 2 or 3 games. And now they got to go on the road to Columbus and try to pull the upset of the PJ Fleck's, tenure there. So it's I think you learn a lot during the season, but you learn less because you never can. The one thing that I think affects the game is emotion, injuries, or the few things I think that affects the game is emotion, right? How emotionally focused and emotionally charged will people that don't even know how to walk and chew gum or live and operate on their own, 18 to, now it's probably like 18 to 23, 4 years old, right? They don't even know themselves enough to get ready. And then you got, injuries. You can't predict that, right? And you only can project if nobody gets injured or hurt. And then how do you deal with success based on what you view as success? That's hard as well. And you can't put that into a formulation. And then the teams that do it more consistent definitely probably built up a culture and a depth chart that's able to withstand some of the things that don't work out in your favor. But in the Big Ten West, it's been a unique year. How many times the baton has been tossed to, oh, I could see them winning it. Nope. I could see them winning it. Nope. I can see them winning it.
Don't want it.
And then
don't need it.
And then here comes Iowa Hawkeyes.
Well, but this is where I get heated. When you set 6 as the number, I'm just going to keep saying it. Nebraska will need to learn this lesson. Stop setting 6 as your standard.
I don't think that's the standard. It's the starting spot.
I wouldn't even be whispering.
But then you're going to lose credibility to go from what they win 4 games last year? 4?
Oh.
We're going to win 12 games? It's not going to. I mean, you know what that is? That's UCF. And what happens when that coach comes? You'll be like, I always say when you hire a coach, you better take the average of his years. That's what that's where you need to be thinking you're going to get.
So with Matt Rule, what would that be?
What was his years at Baylor? You don't count the pros. It's totally 2 different games. When you make a hire off of that, like without a track record, I guess I should restate my statement. That's what you're going to get when you go when you have an uptick like that.
Matt Rule in 3 years at Baylor won 19 games. Divided by 3.
Yeah. So, you can't really, if you take out the first year, what is it in that last 2?
Then it would be an average of 9 wins a year.
And then what's the last 3 years of Temple?
Last 3 years at Temple, he won 6, 10, and 10. So that's 26 divided by 3 is 9.
Plus what?
And change.
There you go.
So
that's
last 2 years at Baylor, last 3 at Temple averages out to basically 9 wins a year.
You get that about that, then you expect more.
I just the 6-win thing, it just makes my.
I don't think the 6. You can't go. It's just unrealistic. You have to have realistic. It's
realistic is it realist? Is it realistic for this team to beat Maryland?
Yeah.
Was it realistic for this team to win 3 more games simply by being basically better than they were?
Than last year, you mean?
Than they were last year. Just not being better than for them to play at the level that they should have played at this year.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
so the number is irrelevant based on the quality of play. I focus on quality play. With my teams, I never talk about winning. I talk about the standard of winning, with the things you have to do to win.
Right. Because
are you making
takes care of
blocks?
itself.
Right. Yeah, you're making blocks.
But then I will tell you this: when I know this for a fact, when UCF won all those games 13-0, they were scoring 50-yard touchdowns and having like 4 or 5 minuses on block. So a lot of it has to do with your opponent.
Again, there are some bad opponents in the Big Ten Conference.
Correct.
There's some bad teams who don't focus
right.
on doing the foundational things right.
Right, but there's not a South Florida and all that where you can get an 80-yard run based off like continually get 80-yard runs.
Yeah, I just look. Tomorrow is a chance for Nebraska to appease a lot of people and make a lot of people feel better about it. And I think for me, it's will they play a good football game? And the perks come from them playing a good football game. The other stuff is just popcorn, man. It doesn't have any nutritional value. Tell me that you're going in August, you're going to tackle well. You're not going to turn the ball over. Right. You're not going to do dumb things.
Well, I don't think they projected to be to have the amount of. I mean, that's you only can you can say what you want to do. Now that's the hard thing about coaching, and it's just a matter. It's just the magnitude of the kids that you are left with or you have.
I know Jay Foreman's, the fighting Foremans wouldn't be shooting half-court threes late.
They might, though. I can tell you what, I can tell you what, you got a lot of trainers out here to try to get you to move back. And I was like, well, you better get better off the bounce, be able to create your shot moving out without the ball. It just kind of depends.
Look at him still coaching, right? And he went
straight
to doing right.
I'm sending shots over the. I'm sending shots over the bow. Yeah. Yeah, I got a couple dudes. Kuz, my main man Kuz. He's one of my favorite players. His name Kuz.
Oh.
My man was shooting at 30, 35. I said, boy, you better get up there closer.
Hey, man.
You can make it when nobody's guarding you. We're talking about the heat of the moment. I want to see something. But he does. He shoots actually real well. Congrats to him. He made varsity this year. But I mean.
And he's going to be in the stands. Watch. Hey, Jacob.
And I'll be shaking my head. Just like this.
You see him start to pull up. You'll run down the court, tackle him before he can make that decision.
No. Because here's the one thing about Kuz. Here's the one thing about Kuz. I can tell you this. He knows because he knows I'm gonna tell him. He knows when he messed up. But here's the one thing here's the one thing about Kuz. And if you could equate it to a football player, and I said this, you could equate it to Nebraska's football team. I call it the bounce back percentage. Nebraska has that. When they face adversity, they've been able to kind of, steady the waters. My man Kuz will do something, but let me tell you something. I can guarantee you he gonna get his get back quick. He's gonna have his hand on the ball. He's gonna get a steal. He's gonna get a charge. He's gonna get an and one. He gonna wrestle. He gonna get the team. He's gonna do something, man. Because he plays 100%, 1,000% of the time. So it's kind of like you gotta, I'll take Kuz every day of the week because I know what he's made of. I think Nebraska, what they need to do, you want to be, the emphasis got to be, obviously not turning the ball over, but you don't want to play so tight that you end up turning the ball over. So it's like if you get up to the free throw line and say, or the 3-point line is like, okay, I'm only going to shoot a 3 because I'm open. Well, the different mindset is I'm going to shoot it because I know I'm going to make it and I'm trained to do it. And so they just got to just do the basics against Wisconsin and everything will be okay.
That's all
yeah.
That's my
it's a hard thing to do when you haven't been able to do it, for years prior.
It's new space, man. It's new frontier. Sadly so, 6 is the new frontier.
No, it's not. 6 is not the new frontier, man.
They out here.
You got to start somewhere. If you think you're going to go from 4 wins to 12, then you just got the wrong. That's just not. College football is not even built like that anymore.
Well,
because you can't accumulate athletes to that point. You either got to get genie in a bottle, right? Just like TCU, they had a magical year. Now they can't get out of their own way, right? And so it's if you get the right mix, you can have a right run. Are you trying to build a program, or do you need like a, I guess a quick fix or what's more important? It's just kind of whatever your idea is. If you're trying to build a program, it's not ideally, yeah, you take 12-0, right?
Yeah.
But then do you really if 2 years from now, Okay, say Nebraska went 12. I don't know. You can't say 12. Just say they went 8-4, 10-9-3 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Then 2 years from now, you're 3-9. Then I would ask you, was that 9-3, that false 9-3, worth 2 years later 3-9? Because if you hit a kind of Mel Tuckerish, and I still think Mel Tucker is a good coach, but Mel Tucker's right mix, Kenneth Walker III, that probably should have won the Heisman, should have been a first round pick, hit him, but he didn't play any at Wake Forest. Genie in a bottle. That second year was not very good. And obviously, there was other factors that led to this year. Or would you rather have a steady climb?
I want both.
Yeah, that's not
want both.
That's the way of the world. People want a lot of things and don't want to give up nothing. You got to give up something to get something. That's called sacrifice,
There
Jack.
are programs that exist.
Where?
Listen, Nebraska was that program.
No, we talking about right now.
Right now. Okay, so let's go through and tell me that Minnesota isn't in the middle of that. You know what? They get what they get, and they get more than they should. We can go through Iowa.
Hold on. Hold on.
Who has no
Minnesota
talent.
and Iowa were already built. Before PJ rode the boat, been there, they had been winning.
He's still winning. Their coaches came here.
So he didn't go from 3-9, 4-8 to where he's at. He just kind of took what Jerry Kill did and put his little row the boat spice on it. And now he's at.
Would you put Mike Loxley in that category?
In what?
In the, you know what? He was a part of a bad program, and
he steadily built them up.
Okay,
struggled a little bit this year, right?
Still doing things that don't behoove winning. They don't put you to winning. There are programs that find a way. Listen, I'm all for Nebraska winning 7 games.
But none of those programs went from the Dookie house to the penthouse.
They're here. I through all of this, I don't want anybody in the Dookie house asking to be basic.
They're not asking to be basic, but if you're trying to build a program, you're not going to go from a single hitter to a home run hitter unless you hit steroids. Then you get suspended. No,
why are you telling those people, Jay?
Well, it is. What's the dude that was from the Yankees? What's his name that hit on them home runs? Went to Seattle and couldn't hit a broadside of a barn?
Yeah, we can talk
about the dude is
Brady Anderson from Baltimore.
Right, Brady Anderson
went from 9 to 51.
Davis,
52.
Davis at Baltimore again. It must be the Baltimore. Hey, my man can't hit a 75-mile-an-hour fastball. And then so it's kind of what you want. Yeah, you go get a payday, but then it's like, are
Miguel Tejada,
right? All of them.
Yeah, it's a thing. I think this is right.
It's
like
a big
Urban Meyer
is
a great name in that, and being able to take a program in trouble and turning it into something. He did it at Utah. He did it's there. There are ways to do it. Dan Mullen did it at Mississippi State. You can do these things.
Dan Mullen, come on, man.
You don't like Dan Mullen as a coach?
Man, he don't like to recruit.
No, he don't like to recruit, but
Dan Mullen is Dan Mullen.
Okay.
He would. Here's the thing about like Urban Meyer and Dan Mullen, and this is probably the hardest thing about coaching. And this is why people need to be worried about Urban Meyer. People have what's called revisionist history.
Okay.
The Urban Meyer that built up Bowling Green, that went to Utah and put Utah on the map, right? Same formula there. That went to Florida and essentially just got all those Ferraris that tuned them up and got them winning all the Formula Ones. That went to Ohio State and did the same thing is not the dude that you're going to hire right now.
Okay.
Here's why. Urban Meyer has lost his way. That's number one. Number two, he's burnt every bridge that he's been crossed ever since then because he could back then. The day has changed. Now, I do think Urban Meyer would be successful, but what you're going to pay for is what he did prior. And what you're with prior, that same dude is not going to walk through that door because after 2 or 3 years, he's going to turn to something else and you're not going to get the longevity of Urban Meyer. Dan Mullen is a byproduct of riding on Urban Meyer's coattails. The reason why I know is because one of my best friends is on his coaching staff. My man was lazier than L-A-Z spelled twice in capital letters. Get your butt on a plane because you asked for a private jet, Dan Mullen, and you only used 10 hours to go recruit and you got 50 hours. And you wonder why. Now, granted, Dan Mullen, it takes a unique person to go down to Starkville and
Stark Vegas.
Stark Vegas, and embrace that. So it isn't the most appealing place to go.
I threw up in my mouth a little bit.
he had Dak Prescott and had great athletes. Didn't do too well in the Egg Bowl. And then when he went to Florida, he thought he was Urban Meyer, and he lost who he was in Dan Mullen.
Yeah. Power does that.
Right.
Often.
And it's in the landscape of college football is totally different now. There's a lot more parity. The moving parts of NIL transfer portal kind of eliminates the old school way of thinking. I think Urban Meyer would do well if he's actually all in. If you're going to hire Urban Meyer, you got to hire whoever's coming with him. Yeah. It's got to be somebody that
he was loaded. Like that,
right.
To have Kyle and Charlie Strong and Dan Mullen and Anderson and
he had everybody that's been a successful assistant coach. Yeah. But what I mean by Urban Meyer is, and he's always linked to Michigan State. I don't think Michigan State is enough.
He
has to somebody with him.
It's gonna be fun. Somebody's gonna get 6 wins tomorrow. That's gonna be fun. There's gonna be somebody. I'm looking for. When we come back, I need for you to tell everybody what you're gonna do tomorrow. Like, let folks know what Jay Foreman's about to do. Yeah, we're gonna.
I didn't know we were doing all that, so I just found that out today.
We're gonna add some stuff to it. We have to add some flavor to it. Jay, come on.
That means the libations have to be limited. That's I don't really like that. What they got? Deca here, and what's all these kids doing here?
Right, like it's a thing. Right?
Look at him. He got shorts on. He missed the memo.
It's banned, I think. So.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I think it's a band. I think it's like a whole bunch of band, like maybe a band competition or something.
Good deal.
All right. Well, let's get at it.
Let's go to break, come back, and then we'll make some announcements.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring heavy equipment mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive. Always honest answers.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? At Warhorse Sportsbook, their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino in Lincoln or Horseman's Park in Omaha, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
The holidays are right around the corner. This is a great year to give your family and loved ones the gift of shoes to encourage them to stay active. Fleet Feet Lincoln fits you properly for shoes, and they offer a free group that meets 3 days a week, plus other training programs and a walking group on Mondays. Get healthy, stay healthy with proper shoe wear from Fleet Feet Lincoln and a group of friends that will support you and keep you accountable. Start your health adventure at Fleet Feet Lincoln at 77th and Pioneers.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
Sunday morning. It's quiet, not in a weird, too quiet way. Calm, peaceful, tranquil. You pour yourself that cup of coffee. You slice yourself a hearty chunk of one of Beatrice Bakery's breakfast breads. Now, maybe you're an apple streusel guy. Nothing wrong with that. I can respect that. Personally, I'm a turtle nut man. Something about those pecans. But the real ones know, don't sleep on that date nut bread. Sweet, but not too sweet. Nutty, not overly. The perfect morning treat. Beatrice Bakery, online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Southeast Community College invites you to check out our spaces ahead of your official campus visit. Our virtual campus tours let you see our campuses and learn more about our programs of study. Then you can schedule your individual visit in person or virtually. Virtual tours of our campuses in Beatrice, Lincoln, or Milford, and our learning centers are online at southeast.edu/visit-SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Celebrate Thanksgiving this year with Venue Restaurant and Lounge and Venue at Home with our Thanksgiving to-go meal packages. Our packages include sliced turkey breasts and roasted gravy, herb stuffing, Yukon Gold mashed potatoes, a harvest salad, and more, with add-on options to upgrade your feast, including smoked ham, prime rib, sides, appetizers, and desserts. You choose delivery right to your home or pick up at our Venue at Home storefront. Order today at holidaysbyvenue.net. That's holidaysbyvenue.net.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What up? We're back. Friday, nighttime. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin. Hey, you see that four-wheeler right there? The dude, hey, I hear you. That's economy, man. The gas price is getting high. It's old school. We're going to send you guys off. Tomorrow, we got the regular A1 Automotive pregame show, and then we're going to go on site live for the last, I think, 45 minutes, an hour on a special location. They got me and Nick out there going live in effect for an hour. I will tell you guys, it might get a little rowdy. Nick is going to be a new man. I tell you, Nick going to come back looking like John. Remember John B? Mm-hmm. He's going to be soul. He might come in with an African medallion like he Flavor Flav with a clock on after we get done. And
he
then
could be John Cena.
Yeah, that you know what that will be. Yeah.
Baby John Cena.
Yeah, he's gonna be Baby John Cena. And then during the game, we are gonna be doing a little bit of live cast. It won't be like the full game, but we're gonna be giving periodic updates. And then after the game, we're gonna do an hour on site post game show. So it's gonna be a fun field day. An option for any of the talent for people out there who want to get a live show. Probably do more of those on volleyball, basketball, and then obviously football season. Big things coming from the ticket in the future. We'll be doing that. On different social media platforms. Have some different personal news out there as well. So we're doing some not good things. We're doing great things down here at the ticket, and so appreciative of the ticket and appreciative of the people that want us to come out there and spread some of our wisdom. So it's hopefully that will bring good luck to this Nebraska team. Because
six wins.
If they win, then that means we're going to be booked up all next year. We're going to mess around and go 12. So
it means we have to go to a bowl game this year.
Oh, if we get to Nebraska to make a bowl game, we got to go. Only, I'm telling you, if it's in New York, I ain't going. New York or Detroit, ain't happening.
Yeah.
Detroit, you might not come back. New York, it'd be too cold. I want to go there and watch a game in Yankee Stadium.
Wasn't there that one in Boston too?
Yeah, I think
I do not acknowledge.
Boston would be all right, though. It'd be a good trip for you, Austin.
Big trip for me.
Yeah.
You see him switch up real quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see y'all there.
All right, man. We are out, man. Hey, go Husker soccer, too, man. Got Tennessee. Bust that head open to the white meat. Jay Foreman, Austin, old school. We'll holler at you.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Living life to its fullest is just a free consultation away. If you're living with symptoms that you can't shake, then bring your low energy, brain fog, belly fat, grumpiness, muscle loss, and low libido to Limitless Male. We have the expertise to get rid of your symptoms. This is what Limitless Male does all day, every day. You won't find another men's clinic like Limitless Male. We know what you're going through. We know how to fix it. Schedule a free consult at limitlessmale.com.
Load up on meat and more this fall at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through November 21st is buy one, get one free on 4-ounce filet mignons. And bring on the holiday cheers with 15% off all wine, beer, and spirits. Plus, don't forget their 2 new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town. It takes a great game plan to win a football game each week, and right now, it's time to plan a trip to get a new car at Mullen Motors. Just like on the football field, there's a wall of defense on the way to Mullen Motors. 48th Street is under construction from Layton all the way to Cornhusker Highway. But the lot at Mullen Motors is full of tons of great vehicles to drive home this fall for the ultimate touchdown. Mullen Motors, still open through road construction at 48th and Walker.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Tailored Lights is your go-to local manufacturer and installer of the best landscape lighting. Tailored Lights is excited to highlight the architecture of your home or business and provide a warm environment that feels safe. And for those outside the Lincoln area, they do ship across the country and are happy to work with anyone near or far with lights anywhere from 18 inches to 110 inches. Enhance your curb appeal with an exquisite Tailored Light today. Call 402-432-2572 or go to tailoredlights.com.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive. Always honest answers.
Ready to make this season unforgettable? Celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union's low-rate debt consolidation loan. Combine all those bills into one affordable monthly payment with quick access to funds. Imagine all the extra cash for holiday shopping sprees, festive parties, or that well-deserved vacation. Stop by any of their branches or visit libertyfirstcu.com to find out more about their low-rate debt consolidation loan. Make this holiday season one to remember and celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.